We are typically forced to study a select group of participants known as a blank, when in fact what we really want to understand is the larger group known as the blank. So you can see here that what it is that we're dealing with is groups, or groups. So we've got a group of participants, and again we've got a larger group. So we're dealing with groups specifically. Groups are samples and populations, or populations and samples, so it could be A or C. But what we can rule out is B, because B deals with statistics amongst other things. So a statistic is a measurement. We're not talking about measurements here. In D, it mentions one of the choices could be parameter. But again, we're dealing with a group and a group. So no actual measurements. We're just talking about the groups who we're measuring. So it's going to be A or it's going to be C. Now in A, we have the sample and then the population. So let's see if that makes sense. So we've got, we are typically forced to study a select group of participants known as a sample, when in fact what we really want to understand is the larger group known as the population. Okay, so that is the right answer. What we're doing is we're being forced to work with only a small sample. A sample is a smaller group taken from the population. That's typically how research works. You don't have access to the entire population, so you're forced just to deal with a sample of participants who are available to you to study directly. So we are typically forced to study a select group of participants known as a sample, when in fact what we really want to understand is the larger group. We're not performing research to be able to say something about the sample specifically. What we're using the sample for is as an indicator or a predictor of what's going on in the larger population that they were taken from. So A is the answer here.